4,057 days before I saw a Minecraft movie. Marcus Persson, also known as Notch, the creator of the Minecraft game, tweeted, "Someone is trying to leak the fact that we're working with Warner Brothers on a potential Minecraft movie. I want it to be the leak." In 2014, I was 12 years old. I did not have Twitter, but I did have a first-generation Moto X. My Google News feed alerted me of this development. I was, as a preteen Minecrafter, reasonably excited. My Minecraft username was MineCartOfCoal. Version 1.8 had come out a month prior, and they had added slime blocks. I enjoyed jumping up and down on the slime blocks. What I did not realize was that this single tweet would set off a chain reaction 4,057 days in the making that, when all was said and done, would cost me $91.67. And also really bummed me out. A Minecraft movie serves as a good indicator of how poisoned we are. Culturally, artistically, and on a societal level.
I'm one of the luckiest guys.
In that now, more than ever, we are willing to reward mass media conglomerates for shoving deeply nihilistic garbage into our faces to distract us from a world succumbing to generations of the very same consumerist manipulation we have been wholly convinced is out of our control. My evidence is this: nobody actually likes a Minecraft movie. People are attending a Minecraft movie, ironically, to behave like animals. There is no discussion of the actual film, only parroting brain-rotted phrases designed to give children and adult Twitter users ironic vocal stims, i.e. chicken jockey. And yet, everyone is going to see a Minecraft movie, funding more movies like it with their interest, and, worst of all, if you point any of this out, you will either be ignored or told that you're the cringe. Put another way, a Minecraft movie has achieved the perfect anti-consumer double bind, where it boldly announces, "I am slop."
Invites you to turn off your brain.
I am slop for you to consume like the piglins you are. And precisely because of that attitude, that self-awareness, if you point out how deeply depressing and cruel that notion is, someone will make this about you. We proceed. 214 days before I saw a Minecraft movie, the trailer for a Minecraft movie was released, a little over 1 decade after the first murmurings of a Minecraft movie. Things had changed with me by then. I had not played Minecraft in 5 years, and my account had expired in 2023. In the years of my life that had lapsed, news of Minecraft the movie had fluttered by now and again like a will-o'-the-wisp. New developments, new writers, new directors, and a release date always a few years ahead of the latest scoop. Hollywood trifles, they were, of little consequence to the world. And the world did turn.
Somebody touch my spaghetti!
A personal change I had witnessed in myself throughout that decade was a growing mistrust in the entertainment industry at large. Not just the way movies were getting longer, dumber, and uglier in my lifetime, but looking back to my own childhood, seeing all the absolute garbage I had been subjected to, all of the toys I had been convinced I needed, how much Fanboy and Chum Chum I had watched. Too much. In short, I realized what every person who grows up in America realizes, that the mainstream media they were subjected to as a child often contained an undercurrent of propaganda, trying to usher them early on into spending money on plastic. There may be a word for this sort of system, but it escapes me. The difference, I think, being that back then, it was a lot easier to make the argument that the actual media, the movie, the show, etc., was created by a well-intentioned artist. It was the studio that pushed the merchandise, the trashy marketing campaigns, the garbage. But now, seeing the trailer for a Minecraft movie, it felt very difficult to make that case. Here was a film directed by someone whose previous output I respected that read so clearly as a product in every sense. This movie, top to bottom, was designed to sell and achieve only that end. The A Minecraft Movie trailer was not received well. this would be the last time the general public would use critical thinking skills in relation to the film. Much later, Jared Hess would attribute the backlash to the trailer being
out of context. There were so many details out of context, and we learned from it. You know, I think the whole team learned from it, and then it was like, hey, we can do another trailer and a bunch of other trailers.
Hack Black, whose time in the spotlight has eaten a hole in his brain, noted, "There's always so many people that are sensitive to everything you put out there." A statement that, when you take a moment to think about it, means virtually nothing. 10 days after the trailer's release, I uploaded my personal suggestions on how to fix the movie. Fixing the Minecraft movie. Mojang, listen to me and I can turn this around before April 4th. Firstly, the film looks like an SNL sketch. Now, I know this is because all the money in Hollywood is going toward covering up bad things, but you don't need money to fix this. Just go on CapCut and select one of their many epic and free filters. Secondly, I know you think that a kids movie should have no substance, but that's not true. Kids films are perfect vessels for propaganda. Why don't you have Hack Black say something like, "Politicians could do no wrong, bruh," or Jason Momoa can say something like, "Desert Storm was poggers, let's do another." Finally, a message to the viewing audience. Just have fun. On July 14th, 2025, Bill Gates is going to release an EMP that disables all electronics and wipes all digital archives worldwide, sending us back essentially to the Stone Age. The Minecraft movie is going to be one of the last movies we ever get to see, so why don't we just try to enjoy it? I know I will. Try. Do you actually care about a Minecraft movie? I mean, if you haven't already seen it, do you actually care about what happens in the movie? Well, the answer is nothing. And for a movie about creativity, it is, on the whole, one of the least creative movies I have ever seen in my entire life. Also, it is boring. Now, I'm pretty sure this channel is about writing, so that's what I'm going to dedicate this brief segment to. I'm not going to talk about the fact that the movie, while passable, looks like one of those Mario Unreal Engine 4 demos, or that it's shot as boring as possible and the action scenes are actually like eye-glazing pathetic, which sucks because that's like most of the final part of the film. That's outside of my wheelhouse. What I would rather discuss, albeit briefly, is what I would charitably call the screenplay. A Minecraft movie is a generic portal fantasy adventure film written by 5 people that wears the skin of Minecraft to draw views, but ultimately, nothing about the film is contingent on it being Minecraft in any way. The actual plot of a Minecraft movie is a ragtag group of strangers find themselves in a magical world where anything is possible. They must set aside their differences to find a magical orb that will reopen the portal home. Little do they know, an evil empress from the underworld also wants the magical orb for herself, so that she can take over the magical realm and plunder all of its gold. The bulk of the film takes place in the course of what seems to be a few in-movie hours, and the stakes could not be lower, nor the film any less interested in itself. Because finding an orb is a little misleading. They usually have the orb. What they actually need to find is the case for the orb. This is maybe a brisk walk away. The evil empress has the orb for maybe about 5 minutes, and then they get it back, and it's chill. It doesn't matter. Every character is introduced with a line, often one that they speak, containing who they are, what they do, and what their character arc is going to be. Every character, at every moment, constantly explains what they're doing, why they're doing it, what they're thinking, and what they're gonna do next. They never, ever, 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 ever shut up! Now, one may think, oh, that's for the children. Well, I would say that children, generally speaking, don't like to hear someone talk at them with nothing cool going on. If that were the case, children would love TED Talks. Do you know a child that likes watching TED Talks? I actually liked watching TED Talks Shut up! The Minecraft movie's not supposed to be a TED Talk! Some examples of these phenomena. Emma Myers, who plays Natalie's, first line is, "I can't believe it was our mother's dying wish for us to move to this small town of Chugless." Or at least that's how I interpreted it. That was a little joke that they had in there. When Danielle Brooks' character is introduced, she says, "I have lots of side hustles to get by." Later in the film, when she's talking about being dissatisfied with the real world, she says, "You think I like having all these side hustles?" The time spent showing her working at these side hustles is maybe a few seconds. In what is genuinely supposed to be an emotional low point in the film, for Jason Momoa's character, he looks at the camera and says, "I'm a loser." I'm broke and I have no friends. Of the 5 main characters, 2 matter. And when I say matter, I mean, you know, like, there's the cameras on them, you know? Of the 2 characters that matter, one is a knockoff Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. The other, Hack Black's character, Steve, is not a character at all. Steve is a non-stop exposition machine, whose actor was told to say the end of sentences funny, so epic viral W clips can happen, and nobody will notice that everything he is saying is completely boring and stupid. If he's not talking or yelling, he's singing Tobuscus-esque nursery rhymes about epic lava chicken and his rare pupper, Dennis.
Ow.
5 people wrote this. Sorry, 5 people wrote this. The rules of this strange new Minecraft world. Things are cubes. You can make structures. There are weird creatures, and night is scary. Little is explored beyond this. Most things that are crafted are swords and armor. Maybe a shield. The weirdest thing crafted is by the Epic Inventor Kid. The Epic Inventor Kid crafts a potato launcher, which is supposed to show how crazy and epic this world is compared to the real world, even though that's not something you can make in the actual game. Presumably, this is a nod to modding, because Hack Black's character Steve says, "Wow, you just took items from the real world and made something epic here." But the line between the overworld and the in-movie real world is so poorly defined that it hurts this conceit very badly. At the very beginning of the movie, in the real world, this kid constructs a functioning jetpack out of school supplies. Something I would argue is much more interesting than a potato gun, which is a real-life science project for children. Of course, none of this matters because modding is never brought up again. Well, you could have thrown snowballs. That's in the game. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Who am I talking to? One more thing about the jetpack I think shows very blatantly the laziness of this film. After constructing the jetpack at the beginning of the movie, these evil bullies cut a red wire, which causes the jetpack to malfunction and crash into the Chugless Town mascot, Chippy the Chip. This, according to Emma Meyer's character Natalie, labels her already outcasted little brother the town villain. Of course, this is never meaningfully shown, only told. By the end of the movie, a movie about creativity and building things, the chip is not reconstructed in a creative way. In fact, the destruction of the chip, which the movie attempts to make somewhat of a big deal in the beginning, is not brought up again at all. It's not even shown in a background shot. They didn't even put in the background like that the kid would have fixed the thing. They forgot about the chip! They forgot about the chip! 3 people envisioned this in their mind, and then 5 people wrote it. What? I could go on a very long time about a Minecraft movie. I could make a 3-hour video essay about a Minecraft movie is garbage and here's why. I don't want to, and I don't think anyone cares, and I don't think that anyone should make that. I will just leave what I think is the most damning thing here. In the theater my friend and I were in, there was a mid-sized family a few seats ahead of us. At the beginning of the movie, one of the kids would whisper to his parent, "That's the nether portal! That's a pickaxe!" and things of that nature. It took 10 minutes of boring, ceaseless exposition for the kid to grow totally silent, and for us to see the light of his phone illuminate the area surrounding him. My friend said he saw the kid playing Minecraft Pocket Edition, so I guess maybe the movie is effective in that sense. Of course, quality screenwriting was never what mattered to the 5 writers of a Minecraft movie. What mattered was Chicken Jockey. Yes, you don't need a script if you have memes. 7 days before I saw a Minecraft movie premiered in London. That day, Lily Ford for The Hollywood Reporter published this article. Jason Momoa and Jack Black think the world needs a Minecraft movie right now. So much war and hatred. We've got to work together. Quoting Jack Black at the premiere, the article reads, "We've got to work together, my God. There's so much violence and war and hatred, and that's what I love about this movie. There's a lot of love in it, and there's a lot of creativity. There is some anger and violence too, but in the end, it's about friendship and working together to make the world a better place." Co-star Jason Momoa's statement noted the actual intent of the movie. "I think everyone needs to escape a little bit right now. It's nice to sit back and have a really fun adventure and giggle and laugh." The next day, a Minecraft movie was released worldwide.
Chicken jockey? No, this is not true!
No throwing popcorn.
Stop, let's move on. Let's move on here, I apologize.
Jimmy Fallon has apologized to his staff at The Tonight Show following a report that accused the host of creating a toxic workplace at the late-night talk show. Fallon said during the meeting, "It's embarrassing and I feel so bad. Sorry if I embarrassed you and your family and friends. I feel so bad I can't even tell you."
In this segment, I want to talk about the actors, and not their performances, because I don't care about those. Everyone acts like they're in an insurance commercial. That's the end of that. No, I want to talk about the way actors are allowed to justify the slop factory they're participating in by pretending like it's helping the world. And there are two levels to this I would like to discuss. One being the film as it relates to the film industry, and the other is the film as a piece of art that exists amid the current world climate. The first here is a lot easier to speak about without sounding like Hobo Johnson.
I want to see the world.
It goes like this. Warner Brothers Discovery Inc. is one of the most mask-off evil media conglomerates operating today. Just 2 years ago, CEO David Zaslav was the foremost opponent to the WGA writers' strike, only to later admit that the strikers were right about everything. Warner Brothers was and is facing extreme flack for writing off completed movies for tax purposes, something that has not been fully rectified. And, as I was writing this, Zaslav gave himself another raise, something he does annually, regardless of the studio's performance. The only consolation to any of this is that in the past few years, Warner Brothers actually seemed to be struggling. Public sentiment was, as far as I could tell, that this was comeuppance for years of abusive business practices and a total disrespect and disregard for the art they were making and the artists they were employing. And now, somehow, after 11 years of development hell, Warner Brothers releases a creatively bankrupt trash fire in some last-ditch attempt to come out on top. A desperate, final yawp from a dying monolith in the industry. And of course it worked. All this to say, when one of these actors says something like, "This is a good movie to escape," or "turn your brain off to," this is what you're turning your brain off to.
Turn off your brain.
No matter how ironically you are engaging with this movie, you are aiding and abetting an organization I cannot legally call criminal because somehow all of their practices operate within the purview of the law. And more importantly for separate art from the artist folk, the movie sucks! It's not a good movie! You're supporting this, and the movie's not even good! It's a bad product! It's a bad product. But that's not all the actors are saying in these statements, and this is where things get kinda tough. As of now, 3 of the 5 main cast members have said something to the effect of, "The world is in a really bad place right now, so watch our movie! Ignore the world!" And that, to me, is a really egregious thing to say in a time where it feels like a lot of people are just rolling over and letting evil win.
Turn off your brain.
But it's not as simple. It's not as simple as saying, "Oh, boycott the Minecraft movie and the world will get better." Like, obviously that's stupid. And it's certainly not as simple as, "Don't enjoy yourself, don't watch anything that's entertaining and fun." I don't think anyone should do that. I certainly don't want to do that. But it can be as simple as this. Don't be okay with these narcissistic clowns going around using words like war and hatred when they mean genocide and bigotry to market a movie with one memorable scene, 20 seconds long, designed as a scheme to fund a cartoonishly evil megacorp run by Judge Doom from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Don't show your undying support for garbage, no matter how ironically you're doing it, to fund a cartoonishly evil megacorp run by Judge Doom from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, so they can make more garbage like this using the same business practices, pushing down real artists and projects that actually deserve to be seen. And if you are going to support that, which you should not, don't show that support by going to a theater to behave like a zoo animal just so you can ruin some poor theater worker's shift for your TikTok, which, as a reminder, is free marketing to drum up revenue for a cartoonishly evil megacorp run by— And I don't care what Jared Hess says is okay. Jared, you're a hack. You're a hack, Jared Hess. And that's not coming from a freaking troll, dude. I used to like you. I was a fan of you, Jared. And you're not the first Jared who let me down. On a serious note, this behavior, this rhetoric,
Turn off your brain.
is deeply dehumanizing. That's what it is. And if you're gonna make your little edits defending Daddy David, instead of admitting that, then by all means. And as for these actors, look, I'm not gonna blame them for going around and goofing off on a green screen set for 6 or 7 figures. I'm not blaming them for the sins of Warner Brothers Discovery. But these statements really go to show how out of touch these people are. Like, no, civil unrest is not a selling point for your awful movie. And all these statements are so similar that it very much feels like this was a marketing tactic told to them either by Warner Brothers or their agents or whoever. And that just does not sit right with me. You know, the world's on fire! Why not go rot your brain a little more? And that's where it really hits me. You know, the more I explore these feelings, the more I come to the understanding that really, deeply and truly, I'm disappointed in myself. Because I did go see it. I paid for it. I gave these people money. And this is not something I'm accustomed to feeling. I support evil conglomerates all the time, whether I like it or not. But this time I really felt like I'd done wrong. And truthfully, maybe it was because I had done wrong. 4 days before I saw a Minecraft movie, entertainment media group Dexerto called it the worst film of 2025 so far. The IGN review posted the same day gave it a charitable 6 out of 10. I trust neither publication. That afternoon, I saw a Minecraft movie Frosted Flakes at the grocery store with my grandmother. It turns your milk creeper green, original flavor. Driving home, I saw a carcass on the road for a split second. I asked, "What animal is that?" My grandmother said, "I don't know, where was it?" I said, "I saw it on the side of the road, I didn't know what animal it was." She said, "I didn't see, I was hardly paying attention." 1 day before I saw a Minecraft movie, I learned it had already had a $135 million domestic debut. That was the night I did something awful. I paid for 2 tickets to a Minecraft movie. The total was $55.36. I was buying them on Fandango, which asked that I round up to support the Boys and Girls Club. Realizing I was in standard and not express checkout, which would have required me to manually input my card details instead of using Apple Pay, I exited the screen. I found my way back to express checkout, which did not provide the roundup option. Instead, a pop-up to donate $50 to the ASPCA appeared. Seeing as I had already spent more than that, I callously closed the pop-up. Scarred by these actions, racked with guilt, I funneled my emotions into song, creating the debut track for my one-man band, Pull the Plug. It's called 5536, I think I'm going crazy. 5536 today. 5536, I think I'm going crazy. I think I'm gonna lose it all today. The day I saw a Minecraft movie was the last day I would ever not have seen a Minecraft movie. I picked up my friend and drove to the theater in a fugue. I spent the ride trying to justify it to myself, that I was going because I would have gone 11 years ago when the movie was first announced, that I was making up for lost time. Really, I was just wasting the time I had now. The theater was swarming with kids. I told my friend that lots of formative memories were being made here, so we ought not to be obtrusive. He said, "Dude, there's no memories forming here." I bought a medium popcorn for us to share, and a large icy for me. They had a new flavor, Peeps Marshmallow. The snacks cost me $22.68. The theater was not packed. There were no outbursts. I was only bored and occasionally angered. I felt like a chump. I'd fallen for the art of the humbug. And the worst part was I had done it willingly. Willingly, I had been humbugged. After the movie, my friend wanted to get McDonald's. He thought it would be funny to buy one of the McDonald's Minecraft meals. I found through the McDonald's app that though the adult Minecraft meals were not available at our location, a Minecraft Happy Meal was. I bought it as a mobile order because I was ashamed to be purchasing it. But really, what difference does it make if both the kid and adult meals come with a toy? Be that as it may, when the lady handed me the Minecraft Pink Sheep Happy Meal through the car window, I had never been more embarrassed of anything in my life. The food cost me $13.63. I had now spent $91.67 on a Minecraft movie, but I hadn't spared a dime for the boys and girls and animals. 1 hour after watching a Minecraft movie, I was sitting outside with my friend, dipping my McNuggets into nether flame sauce while he fiddled with his plastic Minecraft toy. It was overcast, soon to rain, and I got that feeling you get when your head scrapes the ceiling and you realize that this is probably all your life is ever going to amount to, you know? I'm the guy who buys things. I'm the guy who pays for garbage on my day off. Nobody's coming for me. Maybe by the time this video comes out, it'll already be cringe to say chicken jockey. Maybe someone years from now will watch this and say, "Oh yeah, a Minecraft movie. I forgot about that." Instead, everybody will be beating each other in theaters for the AI-generated A Roblox movie, or maybe one of the other 100 Minecraft movie knockoffs they're gonna make, official or not. Maybe everyone will be complaining about block fatigue, and those movies will bomb. And it all comes down to that. Jimmy Fallon can't host The Tonight Show forever. At what point do you just let nature take its course? Sit back and let the popcorn fly? I don't know, but I do know this. I can try and save my own soul. And the first step to that is an attempt at absolution for my financial sins. If I can fork out $91.67 to Warner Brothers, Regal, and McDonald's, I can pay up once more. I took the amount of money I spent on funding the machine, rounded up a little, and I went back to donate to the Boys and Girls Club and the ASPCA. It might seem small, or performative, or even selfish that I only did it to assuage my own guilt. But I figured if those also selfish hang-ups were to have stopped me from chipping in, then, you know, I would have felt worse. And honestly, it really actually did make me feel a little better. And that's why I would also like to urge anyone who paid to see this god-awful movie to do the same. Take whatever amount you spent on this thing and pay for one more ticket. Donate to any charity you see fit, and share this flyer I made. Look, is this going to offset millions and millions to David Zaslav? Is this going to do anything at all? I don't know, man. I just know I would feel worse if I didn't try. I would feel like I gave up. And it does not behoove me or anyone to feel that way right now. The world does not need a Minecraft movie. The world does not need to turn its brain off. And the world has never and will never need Chicken Jockey. Anyway, just a suggestion. Do as you please. I am Cole. And I'm signing off. Bye. Subscribe also, please. Thank you. I got extorted by a media conglomerate today. Fandango wanted me to donate to the Boys and Girls Club, then donate to the ASPCA.